Welcome to the 7 Minute Sting, a series about the Australian Stingrays and the women who make it great. I'm Mike Neild, and I'm glad you're here. Today, I'm with a woman who's got the bright western sun on her back and ready to take on the world. Ashley, Teo, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, really good.
We'll take it. Pretty well is good. Now, Ashley, tell me about your frisbee story. Like, where did you start playing and when, and what's happened since?
I started playing frisbee back in Singapore, where I was originally from in college before I moved to Perth. I
Yep.
played there for a couple of months. And then when I got to Perth, it was kind of my way of making friends because I didn't know anyone when I moved over.
Yeah.
So I guess frisbee was like, kind of gave me more of a thing to do other than study. So that was really, really fun.
And what
And
was it effective at like building some community for you?
definitely, I would say most of my friends are from frisbee. And I spend most of my time at frisbee other than at uni. I would say that's a majority part of my life.
It
Yeah.
must be why you're so good at it. Um, and so what's happened? You've played some university frisbee and then some other things, and now you're on the Australian team. Like, what's the rest of the story?
I picked up I went to a club to play Div 2 nets and then I had a lot of fun. The
Yeah,
coach was actually one of my really, really good friends and she was an ex Stingrays.
yeah.
Alicia, she was like I think one of my closest friends then, and I would say my idol. I kept looking up to her and always thought, oh wow, she played for Australia. She's so good. And I got her to teach me everything. She's coached me for, I think, 3 seasons. I played that Division 2 with her, and then I played a single gender under 22. And then I tried to play a single gender Division 2 again, but then it was interrupted by COVID,
Yeah.
which was but we kept in touch and yeah, she's like one of the first few people I told when I got selected onto Stingrays and she was really
Your frisbee idol. You're following in her footsteps.
yeah.
So amazing. So tell me a bit about that. Like, what did you feel when you found out that you were selected as a Stingray for the 2023 team?
I was actually quite shocked and really happy because I didn't really think I stood a chance to get in because I left Perth to go back to Singapore for COVID and in Singapore it was really hard to train at all because
Yeah,
of there was a 2 to 3% limit so you couldn't really play anything.
yeah,
2 years I didn't touch a frisbee. And only when I came back to Australia, when I had no more restrictions for social gatherings, well,
yeah,
then I could get back to frisbee. So I had to work really, really hard. And I was like, it's all or nothing. Like,
yeah.
I'll try my best. If I don't get it, I've tried. And I'm really glad I made it.
Yeah, and so you went to the selection camp, you gave it your best, and then suddenly you're on the team and you're surprised and thrilled and feels great.
Yeah. And then I had to work even harder.
That's right. This is the truth about you achieve your goals. You just got to try harder again. Ash, it's a very good point.
Yeah.
Um, can you tell me about the experience or maybe some of the challenges of training for the team in WA and traveling all the way across to camps? What's it like?
I think it's quite difficult adjusting to that time zone just because Perth is about 2 to 3 hours, depending on daylight savings. So every time I fly to camp, it actually takes like 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours just to get there. So I
Yeah.
have to fly with red eyes because I'm on placement. So I leave Friday night and I get there Saturday morning. So it's quite difficult with the lack of sleep.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. A little bit of caffeine, some Red Bull energy in me, and it will be fine. And also, I think training in Perth and being like the only Stingrays makes it more important to have friends and supportive friends who are willing to help you out. Maybe not every day, like how often I train, but maybe a couple of times a week. Then you find 2 or 3 and then you just rotate between them.
Yeah.
And then you're all sorted for the week. Someone does sprints with me, then someone does throws with me, then someone does long runs with me or gyms with me. So everyone just takes a little bit of my training.
I'm
And then
sure
it
you
makes
just wear out friend number one and give them a rest. Wear out friend number two at your speed, Ash. I can imagine. Yeah, but you made a nice point that it means that we are the community team, because there's all these people that care for you and they're helping you get there. I'm sure the same's true for the other Stingrays and the other Blue Bottles and Goannas who are maybe regionally a bit dislocated from other players is that they connect to the community now. They're all you're playing for them as well as for yourself and for your team and your family.
Yeah. I think that's nice that I get to represent WA. And I'm like all the way from the Western states playing all the Eastern state girls.
Yeah.
And I get to make friends in the Eastern states. So when I fly over, I actually know more people. So
Yes.
it's quite cool.
Yeah, you're expanding your own community as well, which is really cool, isn't it? Now,
Yeah.
listen, there's a minute and a half left, but I really want to talk about this camp. We've got a training camp in a couple of days. What are you looking forward to about the weekend together?
Not gonna lie, I'm really looking forward to the sailing on Sunday. Even though it's gonna be cold, wet, and windy. I've never actually sailed before, so I'm quite nervous, but very excited to try something new. I'm also excited to finally get to buckle down and actually drill out the way we run our offense and defense and actually learn the tactics that we Stingrays will be using all the way in Worlds and not have to care about any of like the clubs and things like that. So that'll be really fun just to see how everything flows out and look how good we're gonna be at Worlds.
I think we might be good, but it depends on this weekend. We've got to have a good weekend. Yeah, so we're going to work on some systems. Tell me why you said you're most excited about the sailing. Obviously, going sailing the Sydney Harbour is cool, but from a team point of view, is there something you think will be greater there?
Communication is going to be really difficult. I think our communications will definitely improve a lot because there'll be a lot of different factors that's going to stress different people out. So I think it'll be fun just to see how everyone is in different situations. And everyone's going to be out their comfort zone. It's like sailing. Yeah. I'm really excited. I watched it on the Olympics and I'm like, oh, they make it look so easy. Now I'm going to have to go at it.
Now it'll be your turn. We'll see if you can make it look also as easy as you make your frisbee look, Ashley. And that's all we've got time for. We're lucky to have you on the team, and thanks for coming here and being part of the 7 Minutes thing today.
No problem. Always happy to be a part of the team.
Good on you, Ashley. Bye, mate.
Bye.